gravy. It's okay, gravy. I know it's hot. Some fresh water there. Hi girls. You coming to see? Don't finish your fruit. Good girl. Hello, Chrissy. Thought I'd come and play with the girls since it's boiling hot outside today. And there's our ice cream van. Almost on cue for these streams, isn't it? I think the girls are enjoying a little bit of shade under the tree today. I've had a little bit wander around. I've just had to rescue Gravy because she gets herself into these positions under some of the bushes even. And she kind of get herself out because with her arthritis she can't stand up properly to squeeze her way out of the gaps. Have you got all the wind, Chrissy? It's a little bit windy, like a bit drafty here. I'm just going to tighten the screw on top of the camera just in case. I'm doing like an experimental rig today to try and like keep the camera from overheating because it's kind of like in direct sunlight. So I've got one of my I use it for doing like white balance. I've sort of like stuck that to the side of the thing. Oh, so you're halfway to the card as well. We'll see how many points you can get in there in what next, like 45 minutes or so, because I don't think I'll be streaming too long because it's crazily hot. And the girls have got that nice little bit of fruit there though, and some fresh cold water that I just put out for them. And hopefully this other shield that I've got on top of the camera doesn't fall in front of it. If it does, everything will go blank like that. I don't know if you can see in the reflection. Back an angle there. Yeah, you can see the this, all the camera gear that I've cobbled together to try and protect the camera a bit so it doesn't overheat. I think looking at Speckled there, I think she's going to go have a nap. She's looking very sleepy. She hasn't laid me an egg today either. Are you gonna have a little play on the server this afternoon? You'll have to give the gold farm a go. If you need rotten flesh, there's absolutely tons of it in the storage system there. At the minute, I've got my like characters standing at the farm at the minute, because I'm still trying to get gold together. Because I haven't. Well, it's going to take a phenomenal volume of gold for the powered rails for the project that I'm going to be working on. Yeah, if you can find a villager that trades the rotten flesh, there's at least 10 or more double chests. Actually, last night I had to rig up a system. At the minute, well, when you look at it, you'll see the overspill from gets put into like a lava block, but because there was that much overspill from the rotten flesh, it was clogging up the smelters that were dealing with the swords. So I've had to put a second siphon on it to get rid of the rotten flesh as it comes in, like before the swords go through to the next system. It's not pretty redstone, but it works. And the ice cream van's getting closer. Tell you what, we'll shift the camera around a little bit. You can see just in the space of a week how quickly the grass grows here. But I'm going to just jiggle the camera a little bit because Casserole is having herself a little dust bath. So we'll see her making a mess for a little bit. Love it when they shake it off afterwards, because it's just like a chicken-shaped plume of soil that just goes into the air. Oh, there she goes. Looks like the other two girls are having themselves a little nap now in the shade under the bush. It's alright, sweetie. She's very jumpy at the minute. There was a big bird that flew over yesterday that gave her a fright. Plus as well, on Wednesday she had a little traumatic experience trapped in the what do you call it, trapped behind the tent, where I had to rescue her. She'll not be jumping on my shoulder though until she's shook a good amount of that soil off. I end up getting covered in it. So what have you been up to today then? You've been still working from home, or they opened up your offices yet to go in? Casserole's eyes are closing there, she's having a bit nap. That's still from home, but well, as long as Fridays are a little bit peaceful. I've spent the entire morning doing absolutely ridiculous calculations. That's why I decided this afternoon, screw it, I'm coming outside. I was going to sit and read my book, but I thought I haven't had the girls on camera for I think over a week, so I thought, well, we'll have 45 minutes and I can always read my book after. Got to find where I'm up to in it, like, as well, because I fell asleep with the Kindle on us last night with my finger held down on the next page button. So I have no idea what page it was up to when Jay took it off us. I'm still reading some Stargate books, because I got the like a collection of like all the Stargate, SG-1, Atlantis books for my Kindle. So I'm in the middle of reading a couple of those. But once I finish this next one, which I'm almost at the end of, I'll probably finish it tomorrow. I don't know if I have time today. I'm going to start on that new Hunger Games book. Probably save that for start that on Monday night, maybe, or Sunday afternoon. See, one good thing with the Kindle, it has like, on the percentage bar on the bottom, you can see where the chapters are, and I vaguely remember which one of those little markers we're at. So, so even if I've got to read a few pages again just to figure out where I'm at, that'll probably take half the time tonight. I'll go to bed. I'll flick through to try and figure out which chapter I was up to. By the time I've done that, I'll be wanting to go to sleep. I'll finish it tomorrow. I was hoping to get a few more books, like read a few more this year, but since last year when I joined Cosmic, the number of books that I've read is like dropped to like 1/5 of what I would normally read. Because rather than reading, I was spending all my time working on my farms in the middle of the night. It just seems to have continued from that. But I can definitely recommend that you don't read. Have you ever seen the film? What's it called? Cowboys and Aliens? Or was it Cowboys versus Aliens? I was in the airport well, years and years ago now, because I was on my way to France, and they had it in the bookshelf, like on the bookshelf at the end. So I thought I'll pick it up, and I'll something to read on the plane. The film wasn't that bad. Yeah, it's not a particularly brilliant film, but if you're like really bored, you can put it on in the background, kind of thing. But I thought I'll pick it up and read it, and the novelisation was, I rank that as the worst book ever written. It's absolutely atrocious. I mean, the author, I could see why she hadn't written anything for like 25 years prior to that, because what she produced there was absolutely dreadful. So I definitely recommend that you don't read that book, because that actual book, back when I read that years and years ago, it actually put me off picking up another book for 3 months. I couldn't face reading a different book because that book was so bad. It depends as well what sort of ones that you're interested in. I mean, I've never watched the show, but I read the first book in the Castle series, but I've never seen like the TV show that's related to the books. But the first book was good. It was only like a couple of £, but I wouldn't continue the series because the next book in the series was like £10, and I thought, no, I'm not paying that much, like, to continue the series. Like, they give you the first one cheap to like try to lure you in. If you like Star Trek sort of books, A Stitch in Time, I recommend that one. It's a story like sort of like detailing the life of Elam Garak from Deep Space Nine. I definitely recommend that one. If the comic-y ones is always, I know I've got a few of the, it's not like that, the normal sort of comics you buy off the shelf, but it's, when they're put into like paperback or hardback form. I've got some Thor and Captain America ones that I've read that were good. Don't ask us what the titles of them were though, because there's that many of them I kind of figured out myself. Like, so if you want to get like something really heavy, I would say, you know, like of the Lord of the Rings and what have you. I've only actually, just thinking about that, I've only read like half of the Silmarillion, and that was in 2014 when I last picked up that book. Checking on the other girls there, they're still napping. Enjoying the shade. I'm hoping you can still hear me over the fellas that are working in the shed out the back. At least it's not bothering the girls. They're still continuing on with their naps. That's all right. When I was at university and I used to work night shift at the Travel Lodge, the volume of books that I used to get through. Because on like a quiet Sunday night, you could, you know, I could get all my jobs done within the first half an hour, and then I had the rest of the shift until 8 o'clock in the morning to just to read. So I could read books from cover to cover. Of course, like last year as well, whilst I was working through the... It's alright, casserole. Come here, come on. Come sit at my feet, sweetie, if you're frightened. It's alright. Crazy chicken. I was saying, like last year, you know, obviously before joining Cosmic, I was just sat out here through the summer, through the day, you know, letting the girls play out in the garden, reading books, and working all through the night. Like doing all my client stuff. But I remember there was a lass I used to work with at the Travel Lodge on the bar. We read nearly all the sorts of same books, and there was oh, what was that? The, you know, the likes of the World War Z ones from Max Brooks. She like it said, "Oh, have you read this one?" And I said, "No, I've not read that one." So. In the space of time when she finished at 11 o'clock at night to coming in at 6 o'clock in the morning to do the breakfast, I'd read the entire book. There you go, casserole. Back to your bath. I think later on I might make some, I'm going to start making notes for some point next week. I'll be recording that Minecraft server build tutorial. So I think later on today I might make some notes for that, just so I can make sure I cover all the different points on it. And half the parts arrived today. The only thing I'm missing is the board itself, which will probably come on Monday, and the what the heck do you call it? The thermal paste, which is due to come on Monday. Yeah, Chrissy, using the Pi, so it'll be from like assembling it from the boxes to like every line of code that's needed, everything you need to do step by step but I'll also, apart from doing it in a video form, I'll do it in written form as well, which will go on my website, and on my website I'll have links to all the resources, so like to the you know, the console software that you need for your PC and what have you. But what I'm also thinking about doing is, once it's set up, is I might set the what on earth do you call it? Like create like an image, so people can just download the image of a set up Minecraft server and just flash it onto their Pi. Not really, no. The server only, I mean, when say like, so when you're on it, it's only a couple of kilobytes being exchanged, because I have done monitoring on it. Because if I spot that like one of you guys are on, I have occasionally I've ran my diagnostic tools to see how much bandwidth it's using, and it's just kilobytes. Like, so when I connect to the server from home, I don't use the web address, I use the local address on my own network, so it cuts down on processing on my switch as well. No bother, Chrissy. Tell you what, I'm going to go and get a drink whilst you're doing that. Good girls. Oh. Speckle getting some fruit.
Thank you for joining me today. If you are enjoying our journey and would like to see more, then please rate, comment, favourite and subscribe in whichever manner your chosen platform allows. If you are joining us on Twitch, Mixer or YouTube, where we have loads more for you to watch, from our live streams to all our episodes across our various series. You can also drop by and say hi over on Discord, where we chat about everything from Minecraft to books and movies to tabletop games. But most importantly, thank you very much for watching and have a lovely day.
The connection just gave out there. Just reset my tablet so I can see if it's still going or not. No problem there, Chrissy. I think the stream just cut out for a minute there as well, but it looks like it's going again. It's a bit stuttery on my tablet, but I think it's because the Amazon tablet, the range on its Wi-Fi capabilities, it's not brilliant, but for a £20 tablet you can't really complain that much. It's like Speckle's coming over to play now. She'll either make her own little hole or she'll kick Casserole out of her hole. There she goes. Oh, let's just wait and see if Casserole shakes herself off now. Oh no, she's sitting straight back down. You can barely see her behind the behind all these flowery things, whatever they're called, I have no idea. These have all sprung up in the past couple of days. You wouldn't believe it, but we cut the grass a couple of days ago as well. Yep, she always, because it's like when they get treats, they all come chasing out because they all wonder which ones, is one of them getting something the other one's not. Hello, Focus. You coming to watch the chickens for the afternoon? It's boiling hot here. Oh, I've just seen I've got another buzz come through from Discord, so I take it the stream did completely fail and Twitch has restarted it. So it must be in two separate parts. I'll have to stitch it together when I upload it to YouTube. Just phone in sick, Harry, you don't have to go to work. You right there, Gravy? Gravy's doing her feathers still. It comes out on the camera, but whenever Casserole is like moving her feet, there's like a little trail of soil behind her from everything that she's got on her. Is she going to shake herself off though? There it goes. Oh, hang on. Casserole's having another go. Speckle's got bored of that game now, so Casserole's going to have another go. We'll jiggle the camera over this side again, just where Speckled and Gravy are playing. You see as well, depending on how many eggs you've saved up, there's some new redeem things, whatever they're called. Yeah, Speckle's getting nice little comfy in the shade. It'd be nice and cool for them under there. That's why they like sitting under there. You want Speckle's ball, right? It'll take me 2 minutes just to fill it. Actually, no, I've got the tub here, haven't I? Right, 1 second. There's no guarantee that she'll play with it though. Oh, by the looks of it, she's going to though. So this is her ball. It's full of worms. It's got the little holes where she can get them out. I'll put it in the middle and we'll turn the camera. a go. You getting treats from Harry? It's mealworms. It's like a dried out sort of worm that they love them. But it's her ball though, she won't share it with anyone else. Somewhere on a folder in my computer I've got loads of video of her with one of the other girls playing with the ball back and forth. Typical. Playing with her ball, but she's got a butt stuck in the air facing us. I love all my little girls. Oop, I knew that would happen if I tipped it up anymore. Hopefully that's not in the frame. It doesn't look like it is. The watermelon's just at the side there. They've already had that today. Because I gave them the watermelon whilst I was doing their what do you call it? I was building this rig to keep the camera cool. I'll see if you can see the reflection. I've cobbled together all my camera clamps and all sorts to if you can see in the reflection, and put one of my white balance cards in the to cover the camera up. Oh, eating your worms too fast and you're sneezing. Put that there and I'll see if the other girls want a little handful of worms as well. Just turn that round a smidge. I thought that would get your attention, Gravy. That's Gravy that you can see just at the top of the frame. Casserole is right at the back, and Speckled is over here playing with the ball. I'll just go over to here and see if she wants. I hope that's still in frame. There you go. Well, Speckled is the boss. She's like the mother hen now. She's in charge of them. So normally she gets first dibs, which is why, of course, no one else gets the ball but Speckled, because she's in charge of the coop. It was so funny when we used to have more chickens. When she took over as leader, she used to run it like a military operation. In the morning, about 11 o'clock, she would have them all line up, and she would walk down them like she was inspecting them, like inspecting the troops. She would walk down them. She would poke and prod them if they hadn't, if the feathers weren't straight, and they'd have to go and they'd have to go and straighten themselves out. At bedtime as well, she made them go into the coop in order, and if any of them tried to go in out of order, she would chuck them out of the coop. And if she got really annoyed, if somebody tried it twice, she would throw everybody out of the coop and make them start in line again. So I remember one of my girls, Tika, she was second last to go in the queue, and she used to just stand at the door of the coop with her head under her wing, just waiting for everyone else to go in, because she knew that she wasn't allowed in till the others were in. That's why Speckled, if you look at any of my things on my blog, I refer to her as Sergeant Major Speckled, because the way that she used to be, like back in the times where they had like the one in charge of the whatever the army would have, you think they would have the cane under their arm. Well, that's what I expected her to have, like a cane under her wing. It's just like walking up and down doing her inspections. She's having fun with her ball there, at least. Have another mouthful of water because it's absolutely boiling. You enjoying that, Speckled? It's absolutely boiling today, isn't it? Oh, I don't know if you could see the that plume of dust come across the camera there. That was Speckled giving another shake. Not Speckled, sorry, Casserole. Oh, careful, Speckled. And go back to our playing with our ball. I can't really angle the camera down any further though, otherwise the top cover of the case is going to fall back over the lens. I have to get a cable tie if I'm going to use this rig. I'll have to get a cable tie to hold that back. If I've got any left in my toolbox, which I doubt. You had enough of your ball, Speckled? Or have you emptied it? They generally sort of staying around here today, just in this little patch of shade. She's at the watermelon again. Looking at the light shining through, it certainly looks like it's empty already. I would scoop one of them up onto my knee, but with it being so hot, they would just overheat sitting on my knee because I'm unfortunately right in the sunlight and I can't get into any shade. So I think today we'll just have to let them play on the grass. If we get a bit of shade, I might pop one of them on my knee. Well, there must be still a couple left in the bottom of that, in the bottom of it. Here's Casserole come to play as well. She's not going after your ball. tickle you. There'll still be a couple of stragglers in the bottom of that she's determined to get. So has anyone got anything interesting planned for the weekend? Taking advantage of any lockdown changes? I know I've got a weekend of insane calculations ahead of us. I think it's along the lines of like 2 households can meet up as long as they stay apart. So I mean, I'll see what it's like, because me and my dad might go and fly the drone at the weekend. I've not seen him since, I don't think, January. Oh, was it Monday when it come? I thought it had all changed yesterday. It was Thursday yesterday? Yes, Friday it is, isn't it? Yeah. Oh, well, maybe it's next weekend I get to go and fly my drone. But at the minute I'm working on a 360 video for one of my clients. And the way they kind of like want their advert sort of like things done, you've got like the 360 like image, but there's like still images to put in around it and like other video clips and such. And those that to get the right shape to fit the sphere, and test them, and you know, make sure that they, you know, if it's supposed to be a square, it looks like a square, but you've got to do it in such a way that it fits a round shape. I think just on like a small 10-second clip, I must have re-rendered it about 15 times this afternoon, or this morning even. It must be 4 o'clock, the hot water boilers just came on in the background. Let's jiggle the camera over a little bit, and let's have a little look at what Gravy's up to. Yeah, Gravy, we're watching you. You gone shy? She's shy, camera shy, she's going away. We're talking about you. I don't know if her chirping comes through on the microphone or not. Gravy. You're not talking to us? You coming over? I come to talk to everyone, Gravy. Oh. Matter, Gravy? You want to go into the coop? Do you want your Weetabix? No, I don't know how long we've actually been streaming for, because obviously the stream crashed halfway through, but I think we'll call it a day there for the girls for now. I'll go and make their supper so it has time to cool down for them coming into the coop. So I hope you enjoyed that one there. Don't forget to rate, comment, favourite and subscribe when this eventually gets reposted to YouTube. Check out my Discord channel from the links below, and we'll be streaming a little bit of Jurassic Park tonight for about an hour and a half, where we're going to go completely bankrupt, I think, because I haven't had the time to log on and try and get some revenue for us to be able to play with. But well, we'll see what happens tonight. It should be a laugh. At about 45 minutes. Is that the first stream or the second stream? Because it crashed partway through one, didn't it? But anyway. Yep, we'll see you later on, and don't forget you have to think of your dinosaur names for if we actually get to any money together in the game to actually be able to buy one. But I think what I'm going to do is what you said, was get rid of the guest buildings, because we had like shops and stores and stuff on that more difficult world. So I think we'll sell those to try and get a bit of revenue, so that we can try and claw our funding back. Oh, Gravy's on the move there. But no worries, I'll see you all next time. And how do you end this on here again? I've got this clamp in a different place now, so I can't reach the off button. Right, I'll see you all next time.
Thank you for joining me today. If you are enjoying our journey and would like to see more, then please rate, comment, favourite and subscribe in whichever manner your chosen platform allows. If you are joining us on Twitch, Mixer or YouTube, where we have loads more for you to watch, from our live streams to all our episodes across our various series. You can also drop by and say hi over on Discord, where we chat about everything from Minecraft to books and movies to tabletop games. But most importantly, thank you very much for watching and have a lovely day.